anything he sees that he thinks, oh, that might be food, he wants to eat it. Like bread, yeah, I'm off that. Porridge, dude eats porridge. What kind of cat, self-respecting cat eats porridge?
I think because he's from the streets, it's that low-class cat behavior.
Yeah, he said you're bisnotti. He said you're a bisnotti cat.
Do you know cats? Yeah, like they're part of the family, but you forget that they're animals, right? Like, no, seriously. Like, I was there was this cockroach on the floor, right? I killed it, yeah, and then I went to get some tissue to clean up. Came back, my cat's sitting there, right? Look at watch me. I'm like, oh, you're disgusting, man. What kind of cat are you?
I love that. Like even he saw, like, I don't know how he knows, because he's a baby, right? He's probably 5 months maybe old. Even then, he saw a cockroach, he knew immediately, right, I'll kill this and eat it. Like, how do you know?
Yeah, no, but they don't just kill it. My cats, they don't just they want to play with it, so they'll start smashing, messing around with it.
They do that thing where they go,
yeah. They could easily just kill it and eat it, but they won't. They don't. They just want to play with it. But yeah, it's amazing the instincts that they have. That is inbuilt inside them.
Yeah, he doesn't. He still kind of climbs up me and down me. He hasn't learned how to not do that. It's a bit annoying. Well, I bought him, I think, a scratching post.
Oh yeah, they need that.
So there's a whole saga with this cat family. So he came to me, right? So I bought him inside, got him tested, got him checked, got him everything right. Next month I'll go get him.
Next month.
Otherwise, yeah.
Yeah.
I spoke to the vet yesterday, and he goes, "Yeah, he's probably about," because we don't know exactly how old he is.
No. Yeah.
So he came to me in just before that, so that's what mid-February. And he was probably about 6-7 weeks old. He was running around, but he was still small, right? And it was him and his sister. And the sister died, brother died. And now something's wrong here. So I took him to doctors. He had to take some medicine. He had to take his he had to get his injections done. They had to get checked twice, and then I brought him inside. In the meantime, the mama cat, she's kind of wandered off. And then she came back, and her face was like this. Oh my god, it's so scary.
What happened after that?
I don't know. So, well, basically, so then she disappeared. She was like really down. So I thought, okay, I don't know what to do here, because should I take her to the doctors? Yeah, all right, I'll take her to the doctors tomorrow. Next day, she disappeared. I didn't see her again for like a week. So I thought, oh no, I should have taken the doctors a bit quicker. She's probably gone off and died somewhere. But the thing is, I mean, you know, like a domestic cat will live between 10 to 20 years, but a stray cat will live about 5 years, because it's just rough out there. It's rough out there.
It's rough out there.
And like, apparently, if in terms of kittens, if they are born in a home, I think they've got like a 2/3 chance of making it. If they are stray, they've got 1 in 4 chance of making it.
Yeah.
So they're significantly more likely to die. And there's still so many. So many of them. So anyway, so this cat wandered off somewhere, came back, and this is a bit not safe for work, but basically her face was like, had a massive gash, like just the whole of the side of her face was just missing. I was like, oh my god, what's happened there? Then I don't know what happened. She either hurt herself or had got something, and it was infected, and it blew up and it tore her face apart, basically. So I went, oh man. So I picked her up, put her in a carrier, took her to a vet, and he was like, yeah, we're gonna have to help her here. So the vet was so nice, man. The vet, like, this place is called the Turkish Vet, and so there's a recommendation to the Turkish Vet on Melia Road. So he took her in and he goes, look, obviously it's gonna cost you a bit, but we're gonna have to do antibiotics. We have to do like a cleaning spray, and we're gonna have to put a cone on her, and we have to do a couple of other things. I went, the only issue is, he goes, can you do that? I went, no, the only issue is I'm not here from tomorrow. That was like one day before I was going off somewhere. I was going to Umrah. So he's like, all right, okay, we'll do it. So basically, he's had her since to yesterday.
Oh my god! Right.
So when I came back from Umrah, I went, okay, I'll come pick her up. And he goes, the problem is, I think she's really sick. I think she's got something called FIP. So apparently they can get COVID, and then COVID can turn into FIP.
Yeah.
Cats like COVID, like things, you can get really bad, kill you, or can just get better, right?
Yeah.
But it's just like a bad flu. But sometimes, occasionally, like 10% of the times, COVID turns into this thing called FIP, which is like a really bad version. So he goes, I'm pretty sure she's got FIP. And I went, I've got another cat at home. I can't take her home. And he went, okay, well, just leave her here for a little while. That was 3 weeks ago. So basically, he called me and he goes, okay, so she's got FIP. However, her immune system is super strong. She's gotten over it, which is really unlikely. But like, she doesn't have FIP anymore. What happens when a cat gets FIP? It either gets like a dry version, or it gets a wet version. And wet version, basically, their stomach swells up with fluid, and it kills them. And their chest and everything swells up with fluid, and it kills them. But if you go, he goes, basically, that's gone.
Wow.
And he went, also, she's pregnant. I went,
Okay.
what?
Yeah.
How? He goes, yeah, she's gonna have babies. And I'm like, messaged me like Monday, and he goes, yeah, she's had babies. She's very healthy. Babies are very healthy, but I can't look after them. Can you come pick them up? And I was like, yeah. So now I'm trying to find someone in the community who can look after them, because they're in the garden at the moment. I've got with Tom here. I don't want to bring him inside because I don't want to kind of cross contaminate.
Yeah.
But these are the challenges of I've become a cat daddy.
How many kittens did you give?
2.
Oh, 2 only. Okay.
Only 2, yeah, which is quite surprising. But maybe it was because she was ill and something.
Maybe, yeah. Okay.
Before I was just a daddy. Now I'm a cat daddy.
Okay.
Yeah. Sorry. Enough of that. So a topic of today. This is like episode about 7 or 8.
However, are we like we're wearing reform colours? They done really well.
What is Reform's slogan? Is it rights for whites? That's what the VMPs used to be, which is just the best slogan. Why does that not kick off and become a bigger thing? Rights for whites is just genius. Because not only is it funny, not only is it rhyme, but it's ironic as well.
Yeah.
Of all the people who need rights, is whites, which is brilliant. Yeah, don't come on my laptop. Reform look like they're going to win.
Yeah, smashing it. It's not a big surprise, I think, not at all. And I know everyone's they were a bit of a joke in the past, but now they're serious. And I think everyone's just looking for an alternative. And then, end of the day, the UK is what, like 90% white still, white, working class, middle class, right? So if you're appealed to that demographic, you're going to do well. And I don't know what Conservatives were doing, getting Kemi Badenoch. I don't think that was a good move.
That's like, you know what that reminds me of? It reminds me of the Americans. I can never remember which. I think the Democrats. The Democrats, Trump's party, or the Democrats, the other one?
No, the Democrats, the other party. They got
So, who they got? Who's the opposition?
Republicans, Democrats.
Yeah. No. What I mean is, it's funny. Like in the UK, you kind of know there's a Kemi Badenoch. Okay. In America, I don't think you know who's the Kemi Badenoch of America.
Isn't it a Democrat leader?
Who's that?
Just getting her name. I forgot her name now.
Obama.
No. Kamala Harris. Yeah.
Is she?
I don't know. But I'm saying she was in the last election, wasn't she? She was trying to.
Yeah. Maybe their system is different, where it's not the leader who is the leader, and the thing is different. So you need to stop doing this.
But I think change is needed in the UK anyway. I think people are just fed up, and like the Reform had just been really clever and just thought, right, we could do something here, and they've actually done all right.
Do you know what it is, right?
Mm-hmm.
Dave Chappelle talks about this.
Mm.
It's the poor whites.
Yeah.
It's the poor whites because they are, in fact, probably the most. Is downtrodden the right word?
Yeah. They are
most disadvantaged group in Western societies.
They are.
Because no one thinks about them. All that has to happen is someone has to come along who pretends to think about them, because Nigel Farage doesn't give a crap about them.
I think. I mean, I saw that myself in the sense that growing up in London, like my area, Elephant Castle and all of that, that was a ghetto. That was a proper ghetto.
Yeah.
Tower Hamlets, all those areas, they were ghettos. And then the government, for whatever reason, decided we're going to pump some investment into these areas. We're going to put some money into these areas.
Yeah.
And it worked. Like GCSE results.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm from a teaching background. GCSE results improved. Everything has improved in that. A lot of things have improved in that area.
Wow.
But you go to like some parts of UK, like some of the coastal parts, there's been no investment, nothing. And like those.
Do you remember Margate? Did you ever go to Margate?
Oh my God, Margate is a great example of deprivation.
Right.
Yeah.
Margate is like in the 90s, Margate was the place, the seaside that you went to if you lived in Southeast London, right? It was, I'm not sure if it was the closest one, but that was the one that we went to. It had like a little theme park, it had a nice beach, it had fish and chips, all that traditional seaside stuff.
Yeah.
It is a ghetto.
Yeah.
And it is a traditional white town.
Yeah.
And I bet there's loads of those all around the UK.
No, there is. It's just governments have been neglecting those areas, and who's getting the blame? The immigrants for it. But it's actually the governments that need to get the blame for neglecting those parts. And like so much goes into the south and to London, and not enough for other parts. But anyway, that's a whole other topic. So what's
like I said, this was episode. I'll make you go sit in the toilet if you don't behave yourself.
Does he play the
sit here then?
Is he good with
he likes the kids, but
he needs a lot.
He did scratch one of them by mistake. He did scratch one of them by mistake. Like I said, because he's a bit of a baby still. He doesn't necessarily know that he can't.
Yeah.
He needs to retract his claws. And he does this a lot, where he's like, "Oh, what's going on? What's going on?" So when I'm talking, he's like, "Oh my God, there must be something interesting happening. I might want to get up there." And then he does this thing where he doesn't realize where the chair I'm sitting on, he doesn't realize where the chair ends and my leg starts. So he'll jump up and he'll go right into my leg, and I'm like, "What the hell is that?" And it'll dig right into my leg, which is, I've got both my right leg and my left leg has got like these big like wounds on them now. Right. So what I was thinking is, this episode I might put it out this week rather than go in the order of the ones that we've recorded, just because it seems like a bigger topic than. It's a more of a big topic in the world right now than some of the other things we talk about, which they can go in any old. And then I'll go back in order. We're doing planning on the fly in the show, which is not normal, I know, but we're a bit different like that. So the topic of conversation for this week was Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
Which is, I suppose, one of the things that we've both been quite kind of probably the artist that we both like the most in terms of music.
I guess so, yeah. I think it's fluctuated over the years, up and down. But generally, yeah. It's fluctuated because of what he's got up to, or abilities.
It's like Michael Jackson and Old Dirty Dog for me.
He's Old Dirty
Dog is
a rapper.
Old Dirty Dog. Yeah.
He wasn't called Old Dirty Dog. It's Old Dirty something else. ODB.
It's just a fact. Oh. Yeah, maybe. Maybe in my mind I've cleaned it. That's what it has happened.
Do you mean Snoop Dogg? You get mixed up.
Oh, of course I know who Snoop Dogg is. Old Dirty Possibly. Interesting. funny enough, Google doesn't want to say what it is. Anyway, so I suppose key question is, how did you kind of come across Michael Jackson? Do you remember like the first time that you went, oh, this is the thing?
So maybe when I was 4 or 5, I remember going to when I was about 5, and my uncle had it on a cassette. He had Beat It, and I just loved I just loved Beat It. That was the first song I remember.
Yeah, Beat It was
and I was this is so cool. And then there was this hype. I vaguely remember the hype around him. Whenever something like came on TV, everyone used to go nuts. And that was the first memory. And then because everyone just knew him, everyone, no matter who you spoke to, which nationality, relatives, whatever, everyone just knew him. And I remember I was in primary school when the Bad album came out, and that was a big hype at the time. And the biggest shock was like, I remember his skin color when the Bad album came out. I was just like, wait a minute, he was what happened? He was black, he's white. Yes, those are the earliest memories. And then when I got older, I remember the Dangerous album. I bought that. That was like my first proper album. And I used to play that non-stop, and like I know all the songs in it, I know all the words in it. And then he's always kind of been around. But obviously I watched the movie that came out, which was amazing. And then I watched the documentary player. That right now, that was a bit fascinating, because in the 90s, a lot happened with it in the 90s. And I don't remember a lot of it, or I didn't understand it at the time. So that's kind of mine memory. We'll start with, and then we could go into other stuff. But I
remember, funny enough, it's really weird that my first kind of proper interaction with, you know, when you kind of that age, it's like a cloud of things, and then some things kind of appear a bit more clearly out of that cloud of things. So I remember knowing or hearing of this thing called Michael Jackson and not really understanding it, because I think your family and my family were similar in the way that there's certain things that they just didn't want their kids to be involved in. So just as an aside, one of the things that happens with immigrant kids is their parents kind of protect them from the parts of a new society or culture that they don't like, or they don't understand, or they feel that is not quite compatible with their values, right? So things like music videos specifically, but maybe music, films. So when I was little, we didn't watch new films. We definitely didn't watch Western films, because they were not considered appropriate with what people wear or the things they do and all that sort of stuff, right? So we didn't watch new Bollywood films either, because they were not considered any better. So we would watch old, like, black and white films, like with Raj Kapoor and Dilip Kumar and people like that, which was really weird. So I wasn't really aware of kind of Western films. I hadn't really seen a Western film apart from The Wizard of Oz or Mary Poppins. Really, that's it, pretty much. But I was aware of this thing called Michael Jackson, and so when I was about 5, we went to Pakistan, and my cousin, who was born and kind of bred in Pakistan, and alhamdulillah, they're quite well off. They had a deck, and a deck was basically a hi-fi deck. So it had, I don't know if you remember these from the 80s, right? So it had 2 big speakers on the right and left, and it had a big amplifier. It had a cassette recorder. It had a radio, and then it had a LP thingy on the top.
Record player.
LP player on the record player on the top. So he had a cassette of, I assume, what was the first album? Off the Wall.
Oh yeah.
And he had Wanna Be Starting Something on that. I remember we played that loud. And it was like, oh, I mean, we're out. So this was my cousin, who is my mum's brother's son. So everybody's out, they're doing whatever, left us in the place. And we're like blasting it on this massive deck to Mama Say, Mama Sa. What was it? Mama Say, Mama Sa. whatever it is.
Yeah.
And I was like, whoa, this is the best thing ever.
Mm-hmm.
And then interestingly, like my brother got married on that same trip.
Mm-hmm.
I think I've told you before, but there's like a bit where they're kind of the boys dance, and they were dancing to Thriller, which was really weird.
Mm-hmm.
I often remember thinking, what you're dancing to English music? That is so strange. They're all doing like trying to do the moves. I was thinking later on, it is a phenomena because there's lots of other big artists on the West that they knew about. So there was I'm sure there was Beatles they'd heard of, and I'm sure there's Presley, Elvis Presley they've heard of, maybe Prince, and maybe I don't know Stevie Wonder or whoever.
Yeah.
But there was not that complete package of audio and visual that Michael Jackson had, which he had amazing vocals, amazing music. He was able to dance, and he was putting together videos that were absolutely blockbuster and kind of ridiculous. No one else could really do that. I can't remember another. I honestly can't remember another music video from anybody else. I can remember probably 10 of his.
Yeah.
I could tell you exactly what Billie Jean, Beat It, Smooth Criminal, Bad, Another Part of Me, The Way You Make Me Feel. What's that one with Chris Tucker? Which is on a later album. It's on History, I think.
Rock My World.
Rock My World. Right. I think I can tell you exactly what the video is. I can't do that with anybody else.
That's true. Yeah.
So he made the video become a thing. He made literally the music video become a thing because I don't think it would have been without him.
Yeah. He was the king of pop, and but like I would say though, when I started realizing his fame and stuff after that Bad album, that's when things started to go a bit downhill. When you watch the documentary, that's when things started to go downhill in terms of it became a bit of a joke. People thought he was bleaching his skin, he was in an oxygen tank, then he'd have bubbles randomly, he'd turn up bubbles and stuff like that. So he became a bit of a joke figure. Then the allegation came out a few years after that. So I just grew up him as a bit of a joke. Obviously a musical talent, but as a person, it was just weird.
He was, He was just I suppose a part of it is, do you kind of have to have some of that weirdness to be so genius? Do you have to have some of that, because otherwise you wouldn't be like that.
Well, like in history, all geniuses were flawed, isn't it? There's always weird stories about these geniuses. Like Isaac Newton, for example, was really absent-minded. For example, that's one thing where he'd forget that he'd have lunch, and you'd have lunch again. Apparently, that's one of the stories. So, Da Vinci had a lot of weirdness about him. There was rumors that he was homosexual and so on. And then I'm sure there's more examples I can't remember. But yeah, there's this term flawed genius, isn't it? And he didn't have a normal upbringing. He didn't have a normal.
He didn't have a normal upbringing. Yeah, definitely.
And what's really interesting is later on in his life, in his will, I didn't know it was a documentary. In his will, he left nothing for his brothers and sisters. Right.
Really?
Yeah. Okay. He left nothing. So, and there was a bit of he felt, am I being used by my family for the fame, for the fortune, and so on. So it's like a really complex story with him. But that level of fame.
Yeah, he's ridiculous.
Is ridiculous. Like, what does that do to you as a person? Like, psychologists need to study this. Like, what does it is, and there's no one who has been that famous before and after. And I say that because of the media, because it's only in the last, say, 100 years that we've had videos and photos and stuff. Because before that, obviously there were people that were famous, like the prophets and stuff like that. But they wouldn't have had their pictures blocked.
I mean, you mentioned like Leonardo da Vinci. I bet in London there were thousands of people who've never heard of Leonardo da Vinci.
Yeah.
During his life, or even a few hundred years after his life. Right, and he was a mega famous person, right?
Yeah.
And really up until the last 100 years, I mean, he was probably the most seen person, as in more people have seen his face than probably anybody else in history ever.
Who's that?
Which is Michael Jackson.
Yeah, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Think about it. Let's think of someone famous from, I don't know, like Napoleon, right? Now, how many can you and I could probably think of Napoleon's face and go roughly, I know what it looks like.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But I bet you, of the 8 billion people in the world, maybe 500 million could do that. The rest probably couldn't. If we did that same experiment with Michael Jackson, could you come up with his face in your mind? I reckon at least half of them will be able to do that and go, yeah, I know what he looks like. I know exactly who that is. That is mad. If of 8 billion people, 4 billion people recognize you and recognize your face. That's crazy.
That is crazy. But like when you go out, like people fainting around you, like what does that do to you?
What does that do to your ego?
What does that do to your ego? Yeah. And apparently he did crave the fame and he wanted to be the best ever at anything. So, and I've been watching a lot of videos where experts analyze like the Thriller. I've seen a couple where experts analyze the Thriller video and they break it down, and it's so amazing, that video, like in every way. And I saw a video of someone breaking down the Smooth Criminal video, and it's just, he thought of everything, like even the lyrics match with the scene and the beats match with the words and when he says the words and so on. Now the Thriller one is seen as like the best ever, but I don't like that. I don't like that scary stuff at the beginning. So I like the bit after the scary bits when he does the dance bit.
When you do the dancing bit, is ridiculous. I think
dance bit is so good. And even when he leading up to the dance bit where he's singing to the girl, you know, he's singing the lyrics.
He's just kind of dancing
and
around,
like you don't hear the chorus until like 10 minutes into the
when it's literally goes
that's the bit. So and then
I think that isn't until he's actually turned into a monster and he's done the dance, and then after that he comes in.
So if you watch it, he's no. What happens is he turns into a monster, and then when he sings the chorus, his face becomes the normal self, which is a really really cool scene in the way.
Yeah.
But it's like there's been no video like that before. Everyone tries to kind of mimic that or copy that, but that's some music video.
It's got scale, it's got like a story, it's got visuals, it's got the dance, it's got there's nothing like it. There's literally nothing like it.
No. Apart from Smooth Criminal, which in another way was just,
which is also ridiculous,
epic, from start to finish.
The white suit,
the lean,
the white suit,
the beat. So musically, absolute genius. His life was a bit tragic towards the end.
But you know what's underrated? I don't know, maybe not underrated, but I think Beat It was just as good in terms of a video.
I need to watch that again. I have to remind myself. But yeah, I do remember.
It's like they're in a like a cafe, and it's all like moody, and he walks in and he does the dance where he slams his hands on the thing. It's epic. He slams that and then he does the dance, and then they're like in a garage or something, underground garage, and they're like doing this fight thing where they tie their hands together, and then they start doing the dance, and it's like, whoa. I think the Beat It dance is actually the best dance. I'm gonna say it. I like that better than the Thriller dance. When they do that.
I need to watch it. Isn't that Thriller? Oh no, that's Beat It as well.
That's Beat It. Yeah.
I need to watch them again.
That thing. That is just brilliant. It's just like that.
Just like that. Yeah. It's like we're watching. Just like that.
Yeah, it's epic. It's epic. Did you manage to get tickets for the shows?
What shows?
When he was going to do shows when he passed away.
This Is It shows. This Is It.
Yeah.
No, actually, I didn't even try to. Again, at that period, I thought it was a bit weird. Honestly, like in the 2000s, I didn't listen to him much. I just thought the more I've heard about him, read about him, I just thought this guy was a bit weird, and I didn't actually listen to his stuff. After History, I remember listening to History.
Yeah.
But anything after that, and then when you watch the documentary I was talking about, you know, was it Invincible? He had an album, Invincible. he was basically forced to do that. He didn't want it because he was in contract with Sony, and like they kind of dragged him through that album, and then it flopped.
Yeah.
And then it
And there's only
didn't
like two
do
good
that.
songs on that, because he was obviously wasn't really his music before. Like when he did Off the Wall or Thriller or Dangerous or Bad or all those, they were Michael Jackson albums. You could tell it through and through. But that didn't feel like a Michael Jackson album.
It didn't, and he didn't want to do it. Because when you watch the documentary, he told to some of the closest people, he's like, I've done with my music. I just want to bring up my kids. I don't want to do this anymore. And it's like, but Sony were like, no, he signed a contract. But
you got to
do 5 albums, something like that. And then he was in ridiculous debt as well, man. That's really sad.
How did you get in debt? Because he's got like
I'll tell you what, his living expenses $700,000 a week. Right, that's a lot.
Seems a bit expensive.
And if you're not creating anything, you're not making music, I think, how much you're not going to make that up. So he was just in crazy, crazy debt. And then the This Is It tour, he would have made all his money because it was 50 shows, and each show was like, I think there was 15,000 tickets, right? They all sold out. Like everything, it was sold out within minutes. Yeah. He would have made all his money back and more. So yeah, it's
actually, if he'd been around and he'd made a film about himself, it would have been massive still.
Oh yeah, yes. There's a lot there, and like that's why Jermaine's kind of carried that on, and that whole machine, Michael Jackson machine, is still carrying on now. Like the movie is part of it. There'll probably be a sequel, and there'll be more because they want to erase the lasting memory, which was kind of negative. Like the last few years, he was all over the place, man. And I don't know if you remember where the thing that kind of really killed his reputation was when he came on camera. Do you remember Martin Bashir? Martin Bashir did the whole thing.
Yeah.
And he said stuff like, "Oh, yeah, I'll have sleepovers with kids. Like, what's the big deal?"
Yeah, that was it was.
Do you know? Yeah, that was
not having awareness of. So you and I might do something weird, not as weird as that, but we might do something weird. But then you go around and tell everyone.
That's it. That's
right?
It. Oh, yeah, yeah. And do you know what?
You might pick your nose in the car, but you don't go tell everyone.
Yes.
Oh, she's got to have now. Damn it. I don't put my nose in the car.
No, but like, as a kid of growing up in the 90s, I remember that about Neverland and stuff. Yeah. And I remember like he used to have kids there, and it was kind of like it was not that it was normal. It was just like, oh, that's how Michael Jackson, he loves kids. It's like he loves children. And if you look at all his movies, like Moonwalker movie and the Smooth Criminal video, it's about him like rescuing kids and stuff.
Yeah.
But now, if you said to me like some 40-year-old man lives in a massive mansion and kids come around, not his kids, other people's kids,
not his kids,
stay over.
And it wasn't a time where he had kids, and it wasn't a relationship with his kids, which would have been a bit more like, okay, it was him having friendships with kids, and that can't be described as anything in the nicest possible way as some sort of mental disorder, and in the not nicest type of way, some sort of criminal issue, because there's nothing in between those things, right? It's not normal, and I think we can all agree it's not normal.
It's not normal.
And obviously he didn't see it that way. He didn't, and maybe that is innocence, maybe that is some sort of mental disability, but that was an issue.
I think there's something not right, and the fact that he grew up, he didn't have many friends. He became isolated. He was friends with a monkey. I know. It's just a weird guy, and I think as well. I think money does weird things to people. I think if you get ridiculous amounts of money, and then sometimes the fact that we're not rich is a blessing, because money can mess people up, man. Like in all sorts of ways. So
there's rich people who and these are people that I kind of know, who grew up really rich, sent their kids to the best unis in America, and it totally messed their kids up. They're away from any of the kind of ethics that they would want them to be. They're away from Islam, and these guys are educated in the best universities and drive Porsches and PhDs and all that sort of stuff. But if you set those parents down and said, "Would you change anything?" They'd probably say, "Yeah, I wouldn't have this money," because that way, then they wouldn't be acting like the way that they are. Because it does mess you up. It's a real like difficult thing to deal with, a lot of money. I think there's that, and then there's something else. There's having ridiculous ability. Is challenging. Because people let you get away with things that they should not let you get away with. Right? Because Trump said that horrible thing about you're famous and they'll let you do anything. Vile thing to say. Probably right though. It's probably true. Because the fame. I mean, there's this really interesting, funny book, weird book that I read. It's called. I can't remember what it's called now. It's called like The Adventures of a Pickup Artist. So there's these men in America who study psychology of women and relationships and all these things, and then make it their life's work to pick up women in bars and things, right? And it's not like, and the key thing is, like, the guy, one of the things he said, people make themselves look more attractive, and that's fine. That moves the needle a little bit, but it's actually a psychological game, right? So the attraction between men and women is not necessarily just a physical thing; it's a psychological thing. And then he's talking about like he's hanging around with these people. This guy's a journalist, and he's written this book. And he's hanging around with these people who do this as a living, and they're trying to get him into it. And he's like, I can see what the attraction is. He goes, one of the things that he goes, they're in a bar and they're going and speaking to some women, and he goes, what happens is the door opens, and a celebrity comes in, like a Hollywood celebrity, and all the guys just go. He goes, their mood changes completely, and they go, right, let's go, and they just get up and walk out. So all these pickup artists are like, and he goes, the thing is, they work on what they call value, right? He goes, when it's men need to have a certain value. Now women kind of see that value, and then they find men with higher value more attractive. And men who are famous intrinsically have a greater value than men who are not famous. He goes, you can't compete with that. So if a average looking, I don't know, Hollywood celebrity, I don't know, Daniel Radcliffe, right? No one would look at him and go, oh wow, that's such an attractive man. He walk past you in the road and you wouldn't notice him. But he's Harry Potter, right? He's famous because he's Harry Potter. He's far more attractive than a normal man could ever be. And he can probably get away with things that if you and I wanted to try, we'd never be able to get away with.
And he's surrounded by yes people as well, isn't it?
If we're surrounded by yes people, and deliberately, and you have money.
And I think this links back to like why he liked children, because children don't see all of that. They don't. They see you as a person. They don't care how much money you got.
No.
Or like and he probably, that's what, like, he thought, oh, children are so innocent, because he keeps saying children are so innocent. Because they don't judge him, rather than adult are seeing him, oh, it's Michael Jackson. He's got this, he's got so much money, he's famous, he's this, he's that. Just psychologically, I don't know, it's just messed up. And I think his dad messed him up as well.
I think his dad didn't help. And this is the other thing I was going to say. I think when you, A, have ridiculous talent, but B, have been drilled via fear that you have to be perfect, that must mess you up. Because we are, like most of us are, almost defined by our mistakes, right? We make a mistake and then we try not to make that mistake again. It defines who we are. If you're never allowed to make a mistake, maybe that means that you never define who you are, because you've never been able to be just yourself, the person who makes that mistake naturally. That must mess you up as well.
Well, yeah, because he says in other interviews, he said that growing up, he just wanted to make his dad proud, which is a classic thing that sons want to make his dad proud. And his dad barely said it. He never said, like, I'm proud of you, do you know? And this has long-term effects. And that reminds me of Thierry Henry did an interview.
Right.
And it was really good. And he said, like, when he was when he was growing up, like his dad was really harsh on him, as a footballer, and he tried it. He wanted to make his dad proud, but his dad never verbally said it.
Mm.
His dad did say it when he won the World Cup with France. Dad said to him, yeah, I'm really proud of him, right? And then he in his head, he's like, I needed you to say that when I was 10.
Yeah.
And now I've got millions of people telling me how great I am.
Yeah.
I don't need you to tell me. I was just like, wow,
Yeah.
that's deep. So
that's hard.
It's really important that kids hear
have
that.
Have you seen a picture of Son Heung-min's dad?
Oh yeah.
Flipping out.
Dad Heung-min, whatever his name. Yeah.
He looks so scary. I was like, flipping out. Oh. If he was my dad, I'd do anything. Flipping out, he looks so scary.
I'll be the greatest footballer ever.
Yeah. If he was my dad, flipping out, yeah. I bet Sonny got perfect maths grades as well.
Yeah.
As well as being international footballer.
Going back to Michael Jackson, like the other thing is his brothers, yeah. Like knowing that you're just a background, like this your younger brother, there's going to be jealousy, yeah. That's normal. Like everyone gets jealous, and that's a normal human kind of feeling. It's a normal human emotion, yeah. But it's just what you do with that. That's when it becomes a bit, scary. And the fact that he never left them anything, and he felt like he was being used, because without him, the Jacksons were nothing, isn't it?
They'd be irrelevant by like the 80s, right?
It's not like they can go on tour, because he did one last tour with them, I think, quite old, 83 or 84 or something. And in the movie, it's like he's kind of forced to do it by his dad in the movie. Do it for your family. That old classic line.
Yeah.
Everyone uses, don't you care about your family? Like, why don't you do this? So yeah, and it's just it's a horrible dynamic. And when everything's multiplied when you have fame and fortune, because everyone has a level of jealousy and stuff in the family, a dynamic. Yeah, but when you have crazy amounts of money and fame, then everything gets multiplied. It's an interesting study of human psychology in life, honestly, I'd say.
I mean, it's interesting. I think I told you that there's this story of Michael Jordan inviting him to a game.
Oh yes, yeah.
And the fact that you can't compare him to anybody else. Like, people go, oh no, he's the modern day equivalent is Taylor Swift or Jay-Z or whatever. And you can see Taylor Swift at football games or at whatever basketball games, whatever. He came to the basketball game, Michael Jackson did, and the game stopped.
Yeah.
Because he was absolutely swamped by everybody. You don't get that with anybody else.
No.
And there's something about that magnetism that nobody else had.
No.
It was like and I think there was obviously the music and the dancing and all that sort of stuff, the videos. And there was the plastic surgery and the color changing and the look and all that. There was the fashion, which was really distinct. It wasn't like, you don't see, I don't know, you don't see even quite out there people like a Justin Timberlake or a Bruno Mars wearing clothes like that.
No,
they couldn't
100%.
get away. They couldn't pull it off. But he'd wear weird clothes and pull them off. And you're like, oh, okay. He'd wear a sequins shirt and a sequins jacket that was his mother's apparently, and look cool, and a single glove with the sequins on it, and look ridiculously cool. Where everybody else wore that, you think, what the hell are you doing? Are you mad? You could do all of those things, and it creates like a, I don't know if the mystique is the right word. It creates it creates more than just a human being.
Yeah.
It creates these layers of kind of legend or whatever, and no one else has been able to do that.
Yeah.
I mean, ridiculously famous people. Like, you think, it's not even the Western world. I think the Western world kind of thinks that it's more famous. It's famous people are more famous than they are. So most famous Hollywood people. Tom Cruise, maybe.
Yeah,
Will Smith, maybe.
Will Smith,
Brad Pitt.
Yeah.
Ridiculously famous, right?
Yeah.
Probably couldn't compare with when it comes to fame to Shah Rukh Khan.
Oh no.
Definitely couldn't compare when it comes to fame to Jackie Chan, who's probably the most famous person alive at the moment.
Yeah.
Along with probably Trump. Trump is probably the only other person. So. I reckon everybody in the world knows Trump is.
Fame, it is universal with fame, isn't it?
Yeah.
Not just one country. It's like, in the West, it needs to be universal. I say Trump.
Have you ever seen that tribal people thing, where basically they get tribal people from some place in Sindh or somewhere in Pakistan, and these guys are in the middle of nowhere. They're like they're not in the city, so they don't know what's going on, and they feed them like beans on toast and stuff, and they're like, "What do you think of this?" Right?
I've seen this.
It's a genius idea.
It's
a genius idea. So some of those people, not all of them, some of them, when they asked, "You know who Michael Jackson is?" They said, "Yeah, we do." Which is mad.
It is mad, yeah.
So those people, if you said, "Do you know who Brad Pitt is?" they say, "No."
No chance.
Do you know who Shah Rukh Khan is? Probably, yeah.
Probably, yeah.
Right? Yeah. Jackie Chan, maybe. But they had no clue who Brad Pitt was. But they knew who Michael Jackson was. That's how famous Michael Jackson was.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous level of fame.
Yeah. But humans, gone.
Just ridiculous. I have some facts. I want to share a fact with you.
Go on.
Did you know he composed the music to Sonic the Hedgehog?
Who?
Michael Jackson.
No, he didn't.
He did.
What are you talking about? Did you show me? Wait, what did you search for? That is a lie. What the hell? It's coming up on Google. No way.
Right.
He went uncredited.
Yep.
That's mad. I need to hear what the track was.
I can't remember what it was.
I'll listen to it later. That's a mad fact. That is.
So he did a song with Paul McCartney, quite a famous one called "The Girl Is Mine."
Yes.
And they were mates, but they fell out. Do you know why?
Is it something to the Beatles? No.
Yeah. So apparently, I think EMI or some company had owned the catalogue for the Beatles.
Yeah.
And apparently he heard that it was going up for sale.
Yeah.
Maybe from one of the Beatles, and he outbid them and bought it.
Yeah.
And he made ridiculous money for that. Which is mad.
It is.
Famously in the Motown 25 video or the show, he didn't sing. Normally he would sing. But he didn't sing then.
Was he miming?
The reason he did, he was miming. The reason he didn't sing though, was not because he didn't want to sing, is because the band couldn't play the music.
Wow.
The band could not get the music right. He goes, it's nowhere near precise enough to what I want it. So we're not playing it. You're not playing it. We're gonna do the. So that's the reason the dance became such a big thing, because he's like, I'm not singing, so I need to do something else which is bigger. Else. And he that's why that dance came along. That's why the moonwalk came along.
Crazy.
Final one from me. Do you know who Richard Fosse is? Is it Richard Fosse? Look up Richard Fosse videos. Richard Fosse. Wait, I'm looking up. It's not Richard Fosse. Michael Fosse. He's this famous dancer, Bob Fosse. Fosse. So if you look up Bob Fosse videos, he's this old school American choreographer and dancer, and he is where Michael Jackson's moves come from. But he does them in this old white man kind of way.
Right.
And then Michael Jackson turns into Michael Jackson moves, and you would never know that there's from Bob Fosse, because like, what the hell's that?
Is he like a tap dancer from the old days or something?
Kind of.
He's one of those kind of,
He's kind of it's weird because the videos I've seen make him look kind of cabaret spooky. There's a film called The Little Prince, and I don't really know what it's about. I've never seen the film, but he's very like the whole that sort of thing, and I was like, what? Well, where's that come from? And he's doing Michael Jackson moves, and that was out in '74. So when Michael Jackson started dancing in the way Michael Jackson dances, apparently he took a lot from that, but he just turned it into like a disco thing. Very cool.
Yeah, yeah.
I haven't seen it yet. I'll probably see it when I come back from England.
What, the movie?
Film.
Yeah. His nephew, bloody hell, as I said, like, you're watching it and you don't know if you're watching Michael, his nephew. Like, I'm just amazed. Obviously, he's been training and watching, but the fact that this kid or this guy, he's like 28, 29, he wasn't even planning to be a singer, dancer, or anything. Wow. I think he did have one song, but his main thing was sports. He was into sports when you hear his interview. And so when he got the part, he just started training, watching videos, training. And then he had access, obviously, to stuff. Because he's the family, he would have had access to other stuff. He had access to Michael's journals. And so he had a lot of the songwriting stuff, what Michael was thinking at the time. So, and it was interesting. He said, I don't just want to like copy him like a tribute act. I kind of wanted his essence. I wanted to become his essence, and it's like, wow, that's quite deep and a mentality to have that. And that's why we pulled it off. Definitely pulled it off.
Yeah, I'm watch it. Like I said, when I come back, I think final bit for me is I was gonna say 3, but 3 might be not enough. 5 favorite songs. Give me top 5.
Okay. Yeah, Beat It, Billie Jean, I would say.
Are they top?
What do you mean, in order?
Do it in order. Top 5. Couple of pops.
For me, Beat It would be 1. I think for me.
Okay, that's interesting.
And then I would say 2 is Billie Jean. God, there's so many. I need to see a list. What's 3? 2 is Billie Jean. 3 would be Smooth Criminal. Oh no, Smooth Criminal's 2. Billie Jean is 3.
Right. Well, big cool.
I want Smooth Criminal to be top now. No, Beat It top. Smooth Criminal 2. Billie Jean 3. Give me some like his famous songs.
Black and White. The Way You Make Me Feel. Bad. Man in the Mirror.
Oh, Wanna Be Starting Something.
Remember the Time. Wanna Be Starting Something. Yeah, Wanna Be Starting Something.
Definitely. That's the next one. That always gets me going. Every time I hear it.
Well, I don't know what he's on about though. That's a really interesting song. I mean, some of his lyrics are really interesting. But what are you on about? He's like, I took my baby to the doctor with a fever, but nothing he found. It's like, whoa, what are you on about? I wonder where that comes from.
Even in Black and White. Yeah, go on.
Yeah, there's an interview where he's like, someone, I think it might have been that Martin Bashir song where he's like, where did Billie Jean come from? The beat.
Oh yes, yeah.
And he does like the beat is like the do and then
yeah.
And he does it, and he sings it in that interview at the same time, both the do bit and the both parts, the beat and the rhythm or whatever it's called. And you're like, flipping hell.
Yeah, no, I know. So he had the beat in his head, isn't it? And he could actually beatbox it, and he turned that into the actual.
And one of the things that he did, okay, we're going to get back into one of the things that he did that no one else really did was the whole hee ow, come on, the little things, right? It's like, where's that come from? Because no one does that. No one else can really do that.
No.
Which song? I think it's in Smooth Criminal where the beat's going on and you can hear his voice in the background going like that.
I couldn't believe that. Yeah.
What is that? It's in The Way You Make Me Feel, where the music is like, and he goes, and you're like, that's him. That's his voice in the background. That's so weird. So weird, and like, no one else can do that. All right, top 5.
So did I say 5?
Did I say 5? What 5 did you say? You said.
So it says, Beat It, Smooth Criminal, Wanna Be Starting Something,
Billie Jean.
Billie Jean. Hold on. Is that 4? And I would say Thriller. I'd have to say Thriller.
Okay, Thriller's really good.
Yeah.
Okay, so for me, top 5. Ooh, so in that top 5 position, there's a few I really like. So Black or White. Want to Be Starting Something. No, sorry, no. Black or White. Earth Song.
You like Earth Song?
Thriller. Oh, I love Earth Song, man.
Really interesting.
Do you know the bit at the end where he's like, oh, that bit is sick. I love it.
I thought it was a bit too. I feel it's a bit.
It's a bit. What's the word?
Wishy-washy. I don't know.
Wishy-washy.
I don't know.
Well, I think that wishy-washy really suited his character more than the bad. It's like bad. Just I wasn't convinced.
Yeah, bad. Yeah, I wasn't convinced by bad.
I wasn't convinced. I quite like the song, but I wasn't convinced.
Yeah.
So let's put that aside for a second. 4th is The Way You Make Me Feel. 3rd is Want to Be Starting Something.
Okay.
2nd is Beat. 1st has to be Billie Jean. That beat, that's like probably my favorite song of all time.
That beat, and
that beat is just like the beginning of it when it starts. It's like,
oh, that beat is just crazy. And I think as a kid, that's what attracted me. I didn't understand what you're saying.
Yeah, I still
but
don't
the beats, and then later on, I'm thinking, whoa, I was singing Billie Jean is not my lover.
Not my son.
She was just the girl who claims that I am the one.
I'm the one. It's like,
but the kid is not my son. Like, whoa, I was singing that stuff when I was about 7.
Like, are you sure the kid's not your son? even like there's that funny clip of Kanye West who's like, who's Annie? And why is he checking if she's okay?
Yeah.
Which is some of his lyrics are very weird. They're like,
hang on, what was that Annie? Is Annie in the movie? There's no Annie in the movie.
I think isn't Annie the little girl?
Is Annie the little girl? I think that Annie the little girl.
Maybe.
I need to Google. What does Annie?
Yeah. Someone said that Annie is actually. Do you know when you have those Resus dolls?
Yes,
they're all called Annie.
That. I saw that.
But I don't know if that's
somewhere.
True.
It refers to the CPR training mannequin.
Right.
So this is what Google is saying.
But she's not obviously okay because she's a training manual.
Yeah, anyway. That's what it says.
I'm thinking fifth position.
It's the dummy. It's the dummy. Oh, yeah. Did you say Want to Be Starting Something? No. Want
to Be Starting Something is 3rd.
Did you say?
What was the other one in Off the Wall?
Don't Stop Till You Get Enough.
Don't Stop Till You Get Enough is really good as well. Maybe that's 5th.
Off the Wall, the actual title.
Off the Wall is very good actually.
Rock
Off the Wall's got this like weird. Off the Wall's got this weird. Like it first sounds a bit like the Thriller at the beginning. I don't know if you heard it for a long time.
Yeah.
But it's got that.
It's got that beat.
Yeah. It goes ding 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 like that. Exactly like that. Could have been a musician. And then something else in that that I really liked as well. Off the Wall.
See the list. From Off the Wall.
Yeah. He's really good. Which was okay, Girlfriends. Okay. Oh, She's Out of My Life is really good.
Interesting.
That is a really good song, but it's like really sad.
It's slow,
yeah. Apparently he cries for real life in that song.
Yeah. Oh, I like Why. That was another one that would have been in number 6. Yeah. Human Nature. I think it's called Human Nature.
Human Nature, yeah. Human Nature is really good. Yeah.
Oh, do you know who wrote You Are Not Alone?
Go on.
R. Kelly.
Okay. Wow.
It sounds like this kind of song. Alone. It's kind of song.
I will pee on you.
Oh, goodness me. Isn't this for family? It's a family show.
Cut. We'll cut that out. Right, hold up. What was this? Do you know have you heard of Her Smile?
Yes, very vaguely once.
It's on maybe History or one of those ones.
Yeah.
And it's on. It was from a Charlie Chaplin film.
Oh, Smile.
Which is really weird. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember the time with Eddie Murphy?
Yes.
That was a tune.
The tune.
Obviously, Dirty Diana was Princess Diana's favorite song, but actually really good. Actually, a really good song. Really hard hitting. You're like, oh wow. Okay.
And the guitar, the rock part, the rocky guitar.
Yes.
Music, really good. Yeah.
I'd rate you. Well, you probably do know this, but who was the guitarist on
Slash.
Beat It?
Slash? No. Wait, don't tell me. No, I don't know.
Eddie Van Halen.
Really?
Yeah. Slash was, I think, on Black or White.
Okay. Yeah. One thing I forgot to mention in his life and in the documentary, he became friends with Uri Geller. Do you remember? He became mates with Uri Geller. And I didn't know this. He was best mates with Rabbi Shmuley, that idiot.
Oh, really? That's so weird.
He was best mates, and I'm just like, okay, what happened there? Really weird friendship going on.
That is a weird friendship, yeah. That's why there was talk of the whole Epstein stuff, which was weird.
Yes.
Because Shmuley was, I think, mates with him, maybe.
Yeah, Shmuley's he's mates with a lot of people, yeah.
Yeah, well, there's a lot of money behind him to try and get him into places, people like that into places that, with famous people, which might be a part of the reason some of these things happened.
Yeah.
Who knows? Who knows the truth? Truth is out there. There's also the whole rumor that he became Muslim, which I don't know if that's true.
Yeah, I've heard stuff like that.
Who knows?
We'll never know.
Yeah. Any final thoughts?
Just a sad life, man.
Yeah.
It's just a tragedy.
Imagine if he was still alive. He'd be what? He'd be knocking on 65.
He was addicted to painkillers towards the end.
Yeah.
I think he overdosed in painkillers. But it's a real lesson on how to deal with children and like fame. How to manage fame.
It's like how to manage talent more than fame for me. Just how to manage someone who's just ridiculously talented and driven, and then how to kind of focus that on something which is not going to mess them up when they do become successful.
Also, us as well as the audience, like, is it okay to be so obsessive over someone?
No, definitely not.
Like, there's something wrong there, and like, if you're a parent and you see your kid like obsessing over some singer, you should be concerned. It's like, I know there's like crushes and stuff as a teenager. People get into music, but there is a limit, isn't it? Like, how far do you go with this? It's just so I think it's the whole human psychology thing. It's a whole lesson in that.
That was probably our most serious conversation so far in the time we've been doing this. Right, so I'm away next week. Probably won't be available.
Yes. Cool.
Back the week after. I will put this up.
Yeah.
Over the weekend.
Yeah.
Right. Have a great one.
Cool.
I'll catch you later.
Bye.